Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Rhyme of the Times for the week ending 12th of August 2023. Another migrant tragedy at sea, and our governments all at sea over their barge policy, and Lee is unhappy. A Pakistani train calamity, Hawaii fire catastrophe, Harry leaves for Germany for money and a trophy. Or three. Charities, politicians, everybody's getting cross at the number of boats that are getting across into Europe from North Africa, sent by that bogeyman human trafficker. On Tuesday, another disaster at sea, 41 drowned on a boat aimed for Italy. Just 4 wretched souls survived the sinking, and once again the right-minded are left thinking. How is the human race so badly failing in preventing these doom-laden dinghies from sailing? Why are the criminals allowed to prevail when the place for such lowlife is surely in jail? But it seems humans think more about the victims and whether we should accommodate or evict them. They think about whether these journeys are a must. Every sob story we hear, can we always trust? And, if genuine, how does the host country assist when locals and the migrants themselves may resist? And so we ask why this human cargo exists, why the smugglers do business hand over fist. It's countries ravaged by war or wicked regimes where the human need for aspiration and dreams is overwhelmed by a painful day-to-day grind where only fear and survival fill the mind. Like those on Monday who found a temporary home in Portland Port on the barge Bibby Stockholm. Some refused to board, maybe scared, a bit overawed, prompting the less sympathetic to go overboard. Lee Anderson to some is a tough-talking Tory token, brought in to mend their new red wall that they've broken. After all, the Conservative Deputy Chairman even anchors his own GB News programme. Asylum seekers refusing to board the Stockholm elicited his straight talking that went straight to the bone. With northern bluff he gave his polarising stance, telling those land-loving migrants to F off to France. Then the 39 who'd been marched onto the barge on Friday marched off, a kind of medical discharge. Traces of Legionella were found in the water, so the government considered maybe it ought to get the migrants back again off the water before symptoms were noticed, like breath getting shorter. Lee, no doubt, would have thought any wheeze from the disease was in fact just another left-wing wizard wheeze. And still they come across the channel from France. On Saturday, hundreds again took their chance. 6 sadly died, but over 500 made it. The price is high, and in different ways they paid it. Sunday and Storm Anthony continued to linger as Brits go through the meteorological ringer. This year, a ringer is what they've been through after the heat wave horrors of 2022. The jet stream seems like it ain't jetting away. Now there's a surge in bookings for foreign getaways. Playing PlayStation on a wet staycation now traded for a trip to a hot destination. 'Cause while the UK has been all coats and hot thermos, half of Europe's been more akin to a hot furnace. More proof this week came to sway the climate denier. Hawaii's Maui and Big Island are still on fire. Islands turned to ashes, nearly 100 are dead due to how rapidly the wildfires have spread. Things come in threes, the superstitious say. Pakistan hit the headlines for a 3rd time in 6 days. In the space of a week, and unrelated, 3 massive shocks that left many devastated. In the Sindh province, a train derailed on Sunday. 30 died as 10 coaches crashed off the railway. 1 week before, a guy in a suicide vest killed 63 at a rally in the country's northwest. The culprit was a Pakistani Taliban. And then, of course, we had the jailing of Imran Khan. The British police do much unsung good, to be fair, but last week we heard of another policing nightmare. A miscarriage of justice that was off the scale caused Andy Malkinson to spend 17 years in jail. He was given a long sentence in 2004, did 17 years, but could have got out before. But parole was refused because he refused to admit to committing a rape which he didn't commit. In June, his rape conviction was overturned as DNA helped have his innocence confirmed. The Manchester Met's apologies seemed sincere, but they couldn't compensate for 17 years. As inadequate and unfair as it probably sounds, compensation is capped at £1 million. But every cloud has a silver lining, they say, and Andy's eloquent protests made some headway. Ministers haven't yet removed the 1 million cap, but they instantly had a rent deduction scrapped. Our great British justice system, believe it or not, said board and lodgings should be cut from the payout pot. The law is an ass, and this rule was just hateful, saying someone like Andy should be a bit grateful. We may have taken the best years of your life away, but we gave you a bed and 3 meals each day. And finally, Harry Kane's trophy cabinets still bare, but on Friday he may have found the key to silverware. He spurned Spurs for pots to hold and a pot of gold, with Bayern buying the 30-year-old. And Bayern Munich certainly know how to win. They've won the league title 11 times on the spin. In every respect, the England captain must be quids in.